you said you don't want to talk about the I word, meaning impeachment, but I do want to ask you about the M word, which is Mueller. Bob Mueller was your classmate at St. Paul's. You describe in the book. He was your classmate at Yale.
No, he made a mistake and went to Princeton, but it was
well.
Okay.
Is he forgiven? He was also your fellow combatant in Vietnam. You write in the book about how you worked together on the BCCI investigation, so you know Bob Mueller pretty well. You said something fascinating the other day in one of your interviews, which was that you think it's possible that Mueller has so much incriminating evidence on Donald Trump that he does not need to ask him written or oral questions. And I want to ask you to focus on that issue and tell us a little bit about Mueller as you know him.
Well, let me deal with Bob Mueller first. He's a terrific public servant. Is a professional. He's a serious person. He doesn't cotton to tomfoolery. He's a get the job done, business-like person. You haven't seen him because that's Bob Mueller. He's not somebody who's going to push himself out there. I think he thought he was retiring. I saw him in the Justice Department as he was leaving, and he and his wife were ready to go off and relax.
Yeah, I guess that didn't work out.
Didn't work out. But Bob, we played soccer, hockey, and lacrosse together for 4 years. He was captain of my hockey team. He was, he was a forward. He played center or wing, and he was always terrorizing the defense, and I'm sure he's terrorizing the defense right now. But I used to be a prosecutor. I prosecuted for a number of years. I had the privilege of running one of the largest district attorney's offices in the country, and I loved the job. It's a great job. And I think that what you learn is, first of all, you don't advertise that you're doing an investigation unless it's out there publicly, and that's a comment on another issue that has arisen in the last couple of years. But I think that we always knew more than the press would write. We always knew more than the defense attorneys knew necessarily. And in this case, Mueller has been collecting an extraordinary amount of information. I mean, look, Mike Flynn pled months ago. From a prosecutor's point of view, I look at the sentence that is being recommended. His son didn't get indicted, and he himself is being recommended, I believe, for a brief 6 months or something, I said, with probation or something like that. That's a big plea bargain. That's a big giveaway for a prosecutor. That means he's getting something. And obviously Mueller has the right, I'm not telling you he does have them, but I'd be amazed if he doesn't have tax returns. I know they've been talking to the Deutsche Bank. We know there's a new book out by Craig Unger that talks about House of Putin, House of Trump, that links quite proximately the sort of history of money and the casinos and the Russians and the golf courses. So, I'd be shocked if there isn't a very long trail there. But it's not just Michael Flynn. It's 13 different people, I think. I think the number's 13, who have pled, all bringing a different, shall I call it, discipline to the table. And I'm just conjecture, folks. This is speculation. I'm not confirming anything. But my judgment is Mueller has a huge trail to lay out to Americans. And by the way, I remember enough about law school to know that if you're looking at a criminal case, you look at this issue of collusion when the son of the candidate, who's also involved in the campaign headquarters building, Trump Tower, is gloating in an email over the fact that he's going to get dirt on another candidate from an email and says, I'm going to that meeting, wow. And indeed, the candidate himself is out there encouraging the Russians to release emails and attack Hillary. I mean, and plenty of Russians are floating around and being met one place or the other. That's prima facie case of collusion right there. So let's see what happens. I'm not going to jump the gun here, but I think Bob Mueller will be extraordinarily thorough. And I just think we have to hold our horses and wait and see what happens.